Swadika and welcome to Be My Guest, the program which brings you successful stories of entrepreneurs and organizations in both the domestic and international arenas. I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. Well, the government 4.0 policy which strongly supports the creation of innovation and ingenuity. We have observed numerous numbers of projects which has been sprayed in great functionality to the users in a very creative ways. In this episode of Be My Guest, we are talking to a researcher who has applied nanotechnology in Thai herbs to add more values to our herbs with a goal to capture the benefits in their natural forms. And right now I'm with Dr. Urisha Rattanonchai, the Deputy Executive Director of National Nanotechnology Center Nanotech. Swadika.
Swadika.
So first of all, could you introduce yourself a bit to our fans?
Right. At the moment, I'm the Deputy Executive Director of National Nanotechnology Center, and I actually oversee in terms of the research and development at our center.
Okay.
In the past, I have been the researcher at Nanotech for many years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about your division here in nanotechnology, so what is it about?
We actually cover quite wide areas, for example, like the nanomaterials, and also in some the nano biotechnology, and also some parts of the nanoelectronics.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to know more what nanotechnology is.
It's actually of course in science and technology that at the nanoscale level, in the range of 1 to 100 nanometers. And the things about nanotechnology is that we can fabricate particles, or in terms of many ways. For example, top-down approach where we can reduce the particle size, or the bottom approach where we can use a chemical synthesis to fabricate new types of materials.
I see.
And also the good things about nanotechnology is that we are able to see things, to see nanoparticles by using very efficient microscopy to be able to see it, and of course to be able to manipulate it in tailor-made to the properties that we want.
Okay. So what are the benefits then of the nanotechnology?
It's actually it's a word that people saying it's a beauty of small things. For example, when they get reduced in size, they can actually increase in the surface areas. And of course, this can enhance many properties. For example, they have more area that can be exposed. And of course, there can change in terms of the optical properties. For example, the gold that we see that in the gold color, but if you reduce the size to be below 50 nanometers or 10 nanometers, the color can be changed into red, and of course they change in the optical properties, and we can use this change into many areas, for example sensors, and also for medical applications.
Okay, I see. So that is why the application of nanotechnology is very, very vast.
Yeah.
Okay. So could you elaborate more a bit, Ajahn Ka-on, about the application of nanotechnology in different industries that we might see in our daily lives?
For example, it is very common for human use. For example, silver nanoparticles that very well known in terms of the antibacterial properties. So it has been put on textiles or even some paints on the coating on the buildings. And of course, silver has been used in for the antibacterial properties. And for other applications, for example, medical applications where we can tailor-made this nanoparticle, and this can be used as a targeted drug, and this can be used to be very specific in human body to cure any specific diseases. For example, cancers that we can targeted this nanoparticle right specific into the cells, so they will have very less or can get rid of any side effects of the medicines. So these
okay.
are two examples that is very common for
Okay.
in terms of nanotechnology.
And now, what about cosmetics or beauty? How
Alright,
nanotechnology can be applied to the beauty industry?
Yeah, in terms of cosmetic, it's very unique in terms of we use the way these nanoparticles can be used to like accommodate the drugs that or any bioactive compound like vitamins that are very sensitive to the light, to the environment. So this can be enhanced in terms of the efficiency of these particles and the way they can penetrate to the cells or into the human skin. Nanotechnology is commonly used for the cosmetics application. For example, that the way the particle can be tailor-made and they can put many active ingredients, for example, vitamins or some herbs inside of this nanoparticle. And they can actually protect against any environment and also because of the size that is very small, so they can penetrate to the skin, human skin much better in terms of compared to the active compound that can be used alone.
I see, okay.
And also, for example, apart from the nanoparticles, the sunscreen that nanotechnology is actually involved quite a lot. For example, if you reduce the size of this particle, so you can see that when you apply the sunscreen, you will not see on the surface or on your skin that it is not become very white. Or nanoparticles for the sunscreen, that is like we can reduce the size of this like titanium dioxide or zinc oxide that commonly used to be in very small size, so they can put on the skin, on the face, and it's not very white, so it's very transparent and it's become like can be commonly used in terms of like customers.
Okay, and this is linked to the next question about when you talk about nanotechnology, nano particle and Thai herbs. So how they are related?
All right, it's actually we developed the platform technology that we have on. We call this as encapsulation or nano encapsulation. This is a way that we can combining various types of the materials that can be used as a capsule to protect the herbs, and this can of course prevent the stability, increase the stability of these active compounds, and also increase the efficiency of these active also of the herbs.
Oh, okay, I see.
And in some cases it can also reduce the amount of the herbs that can be used because they can penetrate better. So the amount that we normally use quite a lot. We don't need that much because of this encapsulation technology.
I see, okay. So for now it's time for a short break. Right back, we learn more about nano encapsulation technology. So what is it? Okay, so please stay tuned on Be My Guest. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest with me, Sarosha Ratanapian. I'm still with Dr. Uresha, who will explain more about the nano encapsulation technology. So what about the application of this technology? So how can it be applied?
Right. We can actually apply this encapsulation technology or nano encapsulation, as I mentioned earlier, on like cosmetics, on the medical applications, and also now we can extend it to like for human food and also feed for some animals.
Okay. So what are the benefits, when you use this technology, but when you compare, you don't use this technology?
As I has mentioned that we can protect it, we can enhance the efficiency of these active compounds, we can reduce the toxic effect of these active compounds, and also we can actually increase the stability of these materials. And if they have any problems in terms of herbs that commonly found that they have quite a range of the stability problem, for example the color that is not very nice to be used, and also the smell of these herbs, sometimes it's quite smelly. So by using this encapsulation technology, we can actually cover for both of the colors and also the smell, so they can be better in terms of appearance together with the benefits of the efficiency.
I see. Okay. So how this technology will add value to the service or the product that is applied to?
Right. It's actually by using this combined technology together with the business that the industry have, it actually can add value into this the conventional products. For example, like if they have commonly they use the feed for animals, but putting together of these nanoparticle into the animal feeds, they can actually increase the nutrients. So like the animal feeds, for example, chicken or pigs or even some like fish or prawn, they can be better in terms of the health, and they can increase the immune system for benefit of the health of the animals.
I see.
Or for the cosmetic, as I has mentioned, that the penetration would be better. And in terms of humans, we at the moment we prefer using like vitamins or nutrients, and by putting this technology into these nutrients, this can be added into like common food that we have to increase some vitamins or the prevent any diseases, like we call it like medical food in the near future.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And up until now, I believe that you have transformed or used the nanotechnology with different Thai herbs in Thailand. So what are they?
Right now, at the moment, our center focus on the major 4 types of the herbs that are aligning with the Ministry of Health. That they are the 4 main herbs that we know the markers or the active components in this herb, and also the biological activities of this herb. So they are like cumin or turmeric, plai, bok, and also kachai dam. So these are 4 main herbs that Nanotech is actually working at the moment.
Okay.
But we are not working alone. We're working as a consortium. So we have university working with us, and also other research centers working together, trying to solve the problem with this herb and trying to bring the research in the lab into the real applications.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So I have to ask, why these 4 herbs?
So it's actually the herbs that commonly found in Thailand, and we grown these herbs quite a lot in Thailand. And also this has been well researched for many years. So the active compound is commonly known. So we can we know how to characterize these herbs quite well by using the method that can be standardized. So these herbs can be used locally in Thailand together with to be exported.
Okay, so could you tell us a bit about the quality of these herbs?
So in terms of like, you mean
for the herbs such as turmeric and also bok.
Right. Okay.
So what are the qualities that you have been using?
You mean the properties?
Yes.
Right. Okay. For example, like cumin. This is the one that we use in like our food, and cumin is very well known in terms of their anti-inflammations. So this can be used to prevent any edema in the skin, and also to prevent any like the heart diseases if you intake it. And also they have very strong antioxidant activities.
Okay, so for interested, people who might be, watching us right now and are interested to get some of these products, so what are the distribution channels to buy these products?
All right, okay. Right now we are working with the industry, and they actually sell some of these products locally in Thailand by using various channels, for example, the online channels, or even in some the drugstores in terms of the cosmetics.
Okay.
So it can be approachable.
Okay. Yeah. So for now, could you tell us a bit about a manufacturing process? So what are the steps, from the first step until it's commercialized?
Right. From the lab that we have the research innovation, and then when we settle with the formulation that is actually work, works in my opinion is mean that it's actually have the characterization method together with the biological activity that has been tested in the lab. So we transfer this protocol in terms of the production into the in nanotech center. We actually have the GMP certified the nanoparticle production plant or the pilot units that we offer the service for the either SME or even the big company that they can use our service here to produce the nanoparticles, and this can be tailor-made to any specific purposes of the industry, or if they want to license the technology that we have at our center is also welcome.
Oh, I see. Okay, so those interested are factory owners or manufacturers, they can contact.
They
center.
can contact us.
I see. But for now, it's time for a short break. Right back. On the next break, we'll learn more on the opportunity in the market and international arena, and also the future project of this unit. So please stay tuned and be my guest. And welcome back to the program. You're watching Be My Guest, and I'm still with Dr. Urasha from Nanotech. So in this break, we would like to know more about the economic situation which is related to nanotechnology. But we will start with a question on what are other Thai herbs that can be used in the future.
Right. We actually know that Thailand is an agriculture country, so we have quite a number of plants and herbs available, and sometimes it's actually over demand in the market. So in terms of the long run, we think that this could cause a problem, and we can use this as research problems to solve for the country, where we can put together the science and technology, for example, that I mentioned on the encapsulation technology, to actually add the value of the plants or the herbs or even some of the natural compounds that in the farm. So by select on the herbs that have some biological values and putting together with this S&T by using the nanoparticle and encapsulation. This can actually solve the problems in some cases and also increase the efficiency of the products in the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, for this technology right now, okay, at the current moment, so is it expensive in order to, to make it practical into viable products?
All right. We have to balance between the cost of the technology that we have, and in some cases or in some industry, for example, like the food or the feed, the cost of the technology have to be quite low to be able to add the value into this the local markets. But for some cases, like for cosmetics or medicals, is of course the value or the price of the technology can be up high because of the material that can be used and to be modified. We have to be well regulated with the regulation.
I see. But at the end of the day, so the value has been added and it's worthwhile anyway.
Yeah, we try to do that.
Okay. Now, what about suppose one day this technology, okay, how can we export it, to other international arenas?
You mean in terms of
in terms of products? So suppose you use nanotechnology to be applied, okay, in some products already. So how these products, can be marketed internationally?
Of course, some of the technology that we have, that we license or doing the contract research with the company. Some company they have export this to the international markets, and this actually can confirm the use of the technology to solve the problems. And of course, we have to design the experiment well. We have to have the certificate on the material that we use and also the method that we use to certify these materials and the product that can align to the international regulations.
Okay, I see. So the next question will be, I believe that right now there are so many startups, okay, and entrepreneurs in Thailand. So how can they, cooperate or can contact, okay, Nectech?
They can, you mean the startup and SME? They always welcome to come and discuss with us in terms of the technology that are available at our center. And in some cases, if they have like specific problems, they can actually come and talk and discuss on how to use the S&T to help, or in some cases add values into the products that they want to explore or to push into the markets.
Okay, but for the research time, so it actually depends again on the product, right? And also on the application of the technology. Now, what about the future plans or project of the unit here?
We still continue on the work on the application and on the use of the herbs by adding the technology and to increase the value of these plants and these herbs. And we also right now focusing on the use of the reverse aging technology, where we basically explore on the mechanism on the aging in human skin, and we find ways to either block it or delay this process, and putting together with the blocking by using the natural products is one means to help or to delay this process. And also we right now we at our center we also focus on the characterization in terms of the physical characterization and also in terms of the biologicals. Right now we focusing on we call it 3D skin models and also the intestinal models, where we can use cell models instead of using the animal models, and to be able to use these assays to certify the toxicity and also the safety, either the nanomaterials or some of the local products in the country. So once it has been tested on the safety, so we have the certification of this safety. So these products can be of course sell in the country and to be sold internationally, especially in the Europe market that they against the animal testings.
Okay, so this is also the latest progress of this unit here. Now what about I believe that so many projects right now are really innovating. There are innovative products and also technology here. How does it follow in line with the government policy in terms of digital era 4.0 policy?
Right. It's actually aligned very well that the government would like to enforce the use of S&T to add the value. And of course, it has been available for some times, but with this government, they want to enforce quite strongly, where the S&T has to be involved in all the products, and of course to add values. And this is the most important thing, that Thailand cannot compete only with the basics common product like in the past, but by adding the values where we can reduce the cost, or sometimes we can increase the price with the more properties. Of course, S&T has to come up as one of the solutions to help on this Thailand 4.0.
I see. You have mentioned quite so many things about how the services can be applied to SMEs or startups in Thailand. Now what about in terms of younger students? Because when we talk about research, it's really important because it brings about the technology nowadays. So in terms of this knowledge about research, how do you think the research is important nowadays?
Oh, it's very important, and of course in our center we working closely with the university, and also in some certain schools that they have like the very young bright kids. They also open to come, and sometimes they have apply for the internship over summer, so they can come and be with us. Sometimes they're doing some research with us, so they know what is this research is all about, and also they learn what are the researchers doing. So this is one of the way that we think that we can stimulate the S&T awareness in Thailand. So they know what are the scientists and what can we do to help the countries. So this is one way that we can help the younger generations to learn more about S&T.
Okay. So last but not least, any final notes for our viewers?
Right. We actually the national lab of the NASTA. So we are open for collaboration in terms of with university that we can cooperate in terms of the research problems, and also we normally work as a teamwork with the university where they send students to work with us, and also we open the innovation that we have in-house here to any industry. They can come and work with us like the contract research. We also welcome that they are able to license the technology we have here in-house to the industry, and this of course can benefit the country.
But that's all the time we have for interview today. Thank you very much for your time. ขอบพระคุณค่ะ To prosper in business arena, we must find a competitive advantage, and we clearly see from this example that herbs can now be preserved in a very clever way by using nano-encapsulation technology, which can be exported internationally to overseas customers. Moreover, here we see one of the products with strong selling points that can stand out from the crowd. For more information about this technology, please contact Nanotech organization, which is a part of NSTDA. And that's all the time we have for Be My Guest this week. Thank you very much for watching us and tuning in. For more information, you can log into thainews.prd.go.th/en. And I'm Sarosha Ratanapian. สวัสดีค่ะ